most interesting phones Alcatel One Touch presented here in Barcelona on the Mobile World Congress are the Idol 3 in two versions, 4.7 and 5.5 inches display, and the watch. We're coming to this later on. I'm starting with the phones, of course. These are the Idol 3s. As the name is telling us, 4.7 inch. Now the resolution is 720 by 1280, and on the big one 5.5 inch display with of course full HD, meaning 1080 by 1920 pixels. But there's more. I'm coming to the differences a little bit later. Let me start with the things they do have in common. First of all is the design. Will be available primarily here in this kind of dark gray with metal things on the back side looking like metal around here, and both have a special trick, meaning that you can use them both sides for making phone calls. Meaning if you pick out your phone upside down out of the or your pocket, for example, not only the user interface, the display content will change, but you have speakers and microphones on both sides over here. So you can hold your ear and mouth wherever you want to, just pick it out and start to talk. Both kind of variants from the Idol 3 to be known. Both do have an LTE 4G, dual cell HSPA, come with Android 5 out of the box, of course. And the battery, of course, is fixed. Unfortunately, we have to see this truth that this is happening way more often than you want to, but that's the way the life goes. It seemed to be, at least here in this industry. So 2000 milliamps here on the smaller one and 2910 milliamps on the big one. Especially they do have in common that they have 16 gigabyte internal memory, and you can expand it via a SD slot officially up to 128 gigabyte, and dual SIM. Even if you have just this one slot over here to be seen, these are long slots, so you have the cards one after the other, and both have dual SIM and 13 megapixels camera shooting videos in full HD. Little differences on the front side camera. This is 5 megapixels and the big one has 8 megapixels. Yeah, the processors, of course, are a little bit different. Quad-core Snapdragon 410, meaning you have 4 cores with 1.2 gigahertz and just 1 gigabyte of RAM. And the big one has already said goodnight over here. Let me wake him up. This one has a octa-core Snapdragon 615 processor, meaning you have 4 cores with 1.5 gigahertz and an additional 4 cores with 1.0 gigahertz and 2 gigabyte of RAM. So this is a let's say kind of the flagship Idol 3, and this is kind of the cheaper Idol 3, but the difference is extremely small, because recommended retail price, at least in Germany, Europe, is 229 euros, and the big one 299. So you have to decide by yourself, do you like it a little bit more compact like this one, or the big one with the octa-core processor? Now it's your decision. Both come round about, first this one here, May, June, and this a little bit later, but it is still in summer. More precisely information I couldn't get here at the moment, right in Barcelona. And with that, we're coming to the watch. Just the name watch, so it's called the Alcatel One Touch watch. Yeah, I made it. You have a feeling of Android Wear, but it isn't, because it's something that Alcatel developed by itself. So you have a different kind of usage, but kind of the same features. You have an app compatible, by the way, with Android 4.3 and upwards, and iOS. The screen is 1.22 inches and its weight about 60 grams, something about that. That's not final. The battery is 210 milliamps, and Alcatel is telling us you will get through from 2 to 5 days. Yeah, well, let's see how the reality look like. But the point is you can reload the battery within 1 hour, and with a special trick, because you might have seen there's no slot for picking in anything. This is of course the pulse sensor. You have measuring the heights inside sensor, but where to charge? The trick is right here. Just make this little trick, and then you have, this is chic. This is really great. I love this feature. Just plug it in, or if you're on the way, just use it to charge in your notebook or whatever, and then make it this way. This is a very smart thing to do, I guess. Yeah, it will come around about May and will cost recommended retail price 169 euros, again, at least here in Germany, Europe. Thanks for watching, and please be so kind to recommend my channel and to subscribe to it. Thanks for that in advance, and take care.